Hello, I'm Henry R. Mockingbird, your host with the mustache, and welcome to another edition of Modern Classics. And today I'm going to look at the DreamWorks animated film Spirit. So, let us begin with the plot. An untamed and wild horse gets captured by humans and must fight for his freedom to return home to his herd while surviving the untamed wild frontier. On his journey, he makes friends with a Native American named Little Creek and forms a romance with a mare named Rain. Opinion. Well, I love this movie. It's one of DreamWorks' most underrated films, right up there with The Prince of Egypt. The production history. The film was directed by Kelly Asbury, who also directed Shrek 2, as well as Romeo and Juliet, Smurfs the Lost Village, and Ugly Dolls. I guess they can't all be winners. The film started when writer John Fusco, writer of such films as Young Guns and Young Guns 2, both starring Emilio Estevez, was hired by Jeffrey Katzenberg and DreamWorks to write a screenplay based on an idea that Jeffrey Katzenberg had. But when the movie was finally released, it was a financial flop, only gaining $122.6 million against an $80 million budget, going behind Spider-Man and Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Despite its box office returns, it did manage to gain positive reviews from both Roger Ebert and Leonard Maltin. And it was even nominated for an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature alongside Treasure Planet, Lilo and Stitch, and Ice Age, but it ended up losing to Spirited Away. It also spawned 2 unnecessary spin-offs, including a Netflix series called Spirit Riding Free and Spirit Untamed. The animation. The animation is beautiful and marvelous. Despite having narration by Matt Damon and songs by Bryan Adams, I don't think any of that takes away from the beauty of the animation. What's great about the animation is that it's all visual. You can tell what Spirit is feeling just by looking at his facial expressions. And that's all you need. Spirit was also one of the first traditionally animated films to use CG backgrounds, particularly for the opening scene and where you see the canyon. And to animate Spirit and the rest of the horses, the animators at DreamWorks brought in a real-life horse who the crew called Donner to study his movements. Many of those animators who worked on Spirit would later go on to work on Shrek 2 to animate Donkey in his horse form. Here's an interesting tidbit about this film. They took actual recordings of horses for their hooves and for their mouth movement. The characters and cast. Spirit has a very headstrong demeanor. He was born free and wants to remain free. He's also a risk taker, willing to take chances. He's also devoted to the ones he cares about. Next up is Little Creek, who brings a joy to this film. He has a pretty good sense of humor. He's also the first human that Spirit trusts. Without him, the film would not be the same. He brings it all together. Next up is Little Creek's horse, Rain, who is a beautiful paint mare, and is also Spirit's love interest. Their relationship is rather cute. She's playful and has a good sense of humor, but whenever needed, she has a stubborn streak. Rain was also the very first animated horse to get an honorary registration from the American Paint Horse Association. And last but not least is our villain, the Colonel, or as I like to call him, Colonel Snake. Colonel Snake is nothing pure of a bastard. He's mean, he's cruel, he's pretty much everything you've come to expect from a villain. And even more, he enjoys everyone's pain. And you want to know what the weird thing is? He's voiced by James Cromwell. Yeah, you know, the farmer from Babe and Babe Pig in the City. I gotta say, it's really weird seeing him go from a kindly old farmer to such a bloodthirsty guy like this. That really shows his acting range. The songs. The music was done by Hans Zimmer, who also did the music for The Lion King, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight, as well as The Gladiator. And as discussed previously, the songs were written by Bryan Adams. And they're all pretty good. Let's listen to a couple of them, shall we?
So young and strong, right here in the place where I belong. It's a new world, it's a new start, it's alive with the beating of a young heart. It's a new day in a new land, and it's waiting for me. Here I am. Oh, it's a new world. It's a new start. It's alive with the beating of a young heart. Yeah, it's a new day in a new land, and it's waiting for me. Here I am. When I don't feel right, I gotta get me back. I can't be beat, and that's a fact. It's okay, I'll find a way. It ain't gonna take me down no way. Yeah. Don't you think till you know what's inside? Don't push me, I'll fight. crazy. There ain't a single thing you've done that's gonna faze me. Oh, but if you wanna have a go, I just wanna let you know. Yeah, get off of my back and into my game. Get out of my way, somebody loves me. Get out of my face, get your best shot. I think it's time you better face the fact. Get off of my back.
Okay, my turn.
You know it's all just a game that I'm playing. But think that you can find a way in, is what I'm saying. If you wanna have a go, I just wanna let you know. Oh, get off of my back and into my. As the seasons change, remember how I used to be. Now I can't go. I can't even stop. I got nothing left, just an empty heart. I'm a soldier, wounded soul. I must give up the fight. There's nothing more for me. Lead me away. Or leave me lying here. Sound the bugle now. Tell them I don't care. There's not a road I know that leads to anywhere without a light. I fear that I will stumble in the dark. They ride down, decide not to go on. And from somewhere in the distance, there's a voice that calls, remember who you are. If you lose yourself, your courage soon will fall. So be strong tonight. Remember who you are.
Final verdict. Spirit, like I said, is one of DreamWorks' most underrated and underappreciated films. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It is well worth your time. I give it 5 gold stars.